It's it. 1, 2, 3.
Away! Oh my God!
We're live and we're here today for a little TNA on AMC.
He's back on top! Race. Never doubt him. He comes. Oh!
Yeah, because he decided to assault a fan at a soccer game. You can't assault people like that. That's not how it works. 1, 2, 3, and for the third time in 2 years, the American Nightmare Cody Rhodes is our champion once again. How are we feeling, White Sox fans? It's been a long off season. It was a good winter to be a Chicago sports fan. Bears definitely did that. So let's hope this summer the White Sox can do the same. And what's up, everybody? Here we are. It's your boy Tino, and it's officially WrestleMania week, as we've made it to the week that we've all been waiting for as wrestling fans. If you don't know, it's Super Bowl week for us wrestling fans. The biggest show of the year is this weekend, Saturday and Sunday in Las Vegas. We got 13 matches as of this moment. We could still have one more added, as we still have Raw, NXT, and SmackDown this upcoming week, which will be live for all. We'll also be live for TNA. We got a preview show. We got a simulation, a ringside pass, all the episodes, and we'll go over there just here in a second. But we're starting off here today with the HBK one, Mr. Shawn Michaels. He had himself a little documentary about how he became Shawn Michaels. So we're going to sit here. We're going to watch it. We're going to have ourselves a little watch along to start off WrestleMania week. But before we press play on the documentary, let me tell you what we got going down here this week, because there's a lot of things going down. And a lot of things are be happening. So let's start it off here. As I said, we'll be here right now. We're here right now to watch the Heartbreak Kid becoming Shawn Michaels documentary. And then tonight we will be here live for Monday Night Raw. Come and hang out as it is Monday Night Raw. We also have in between that time at 5 o'clock. If you don't know, baseball's back. We got the Southside Boys. Come and hang out. White Sox split the series with the Royals. Didn't do so hot against the Royals. Didn't do so hot against the Orioles. So, Deets, Justin, and Tino, in between of all the wrestling this week, today, we're going to be talking some White Sox baseball. We got a triple header on our hands. Tomorrow, it's a double header. We're going to watch another documentary. I was going to watch the true story of WrestleMania, but I couldn't find it, and I don't know where it's at. So, instead, we're going to watch the last time that WrestleMania was in Vegas. It was WrestleMania 9, I think, if I'm not mistaken. And we're going to watch Becoming a Spectacle documentary tomorrow. And then NXT. It is another NXT. Come and hang out as we watch the future stars that could be main eventing at WrestleMania. Who knows? Maybe next year they're all competing at WrestleMania. We're seeing 3 of them this year in Javon Evans, Trick Williams, and Obafemi. So who knows? Next year, some of these people on NXT could be in and at WrestleMania 43. But Tuesday, we got another doubleheader. And then Wednesday, it's a gaming doubleheader as Ringside Pass Season 2 will officially launch. And you get 20 free tiers if you already completed Season 1. And you automatically get 20 free tiers if you have played it before April 15th. So make sure you sign in to WWE 2K26. You get your 2K account connected. Shouldn't be that difficult now that it's not crashing. And you get 40 free tiers, and you get to play with Demolition and Kelly. So we'll play the game. We're apparently going to have a guest here on Wednesday. I'm just talking to him, making the confirmations. But Wednesday, it's a game and doubleheader, but we're starting it off with Ringside Pass Season 2. And then we're going to have to go through all of the 13, 14 matches that will be playing down and going down on Saturday and Sunday. We're going to simulate them all like we always do here in WWE 2K26, all 13 of them as of right this moment. And if one more is added, we'll do it all on Wednesday night. Then Thursday, we got ourselves a little members-only episode. As you guys, if you are a member, or if you are a member and everything else, you will be able to watch this. Everybody will be able to watch this, but this episode will be a members-only chat episode. So you'll only be able to chat if you are a member. But It is. I let her play WWE 2K26, so you guys see her on the episodes all the time. She comes and hangs out while during the watch-alongs and everything else. Well, she took the controller over, and it's time for her to play some WWE 2K26. Thursday night, we'll be here. We got Kicking It with Leo. We have the Junkies, the Wrestling Junkies. We got Podcast Dad. We got Eric. We got Mr. Cincinnati, I should say. We got Kicking It with Leo. It's a full house. TNA, Impact on AMC. Come and hang out as we watch the 2-hour show as we take a break from WWE, because once Friday starts, it's all full steam ahead, because Friday, it's a little preview show. We're going to finally preview all 13-14 matches that will be going down. Tell you who I think will win in real life. What does the scene of WWE look like after WrestleMania? Will there be any surprises? What will John Cena do? Does Danhausen curse everybody else on the show? And who will walk out as your undisputed world heavyweight, undisputed champion, women's champion, tag team champions, and all? We'll talk about the show of shows, the WrestleMania 42 on Friday. And then we start the watch-alongs on Friday night with SmackDown. It's Friday Night SmackDown. And then we're going to stay right here, and let's hope I take a good nap on Friday, because you guys, as you know, last year, I'd go back and rewatch it if I were you guys. I think I definitely fell asleep for a good 30, 35 minutes on the stream. And nobody said anything, so that's okay. But we're going to do it again. We're going to run it back like Jey Uso, and we're going to hope that we can stay awake. But we'll be live for SmackDown and the WWE Hall of Fame on Friday night. Also, SmackDown, Monday Night Raw, WrestleMania Saturday, and WrestleMania Sunday will all also be live on the Main Event Network. So if you have not yet, go subscribe over there. We're on the road to 500. Help us get to at least maybe 400 by the end of the week. 4 episodes with your boy Tino. We also got a dusty finish. We got a couple mixers. We got a dusty finish before and after both nights of WrestleMania. So make sure you go and check out all that. But we'll be here for 4 days, Friday, Monday, Saturday, and Sunday. I know I kind of did that weird. But Monday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 4 days here and over on the Main Event Network. We're everywhere this week. So Friday, it's going to be a long episode, but hopefully it's a good one. And then on Saturday, we have a mixer that I will be a part of, that I just confirmed that I will be a part of. So after the mixer, come and hang out as we'll be live for both hours of the pre-show, the entire main show, and the entire post-show. So it's going to be a good time. Come and hang out for WrestleMania Saturday. We watch all 6-7 matches that will be going down. As you guys can see, the whole card is on. I tried to put the entire card on the thumbnail, but WrestleMania Saturday, it's going to be a good time. And then after we all go to bed, we're going to just run it back again, and then we're going to have WrestleMania Sunday. So get your popcorn, get your sleep, get your snacks, and let's watch WrestleMania Sunday. We're going to do the same thing. We're going to be live for the pre-show, the main show, the post-show, and all the shows. We got a mixer. I don't know if I'll be a part of that yet. We got a dusty finish. I don't know if I'll be a part of that yet, but it's all going down. It's going to be a good week. We got 13 episodes, 12 episodes. I lost track, but here we are. It's WrestleMania week, so I'm done chatting about the schedule. We've been here for 8 minutes already, so let's not waste any more time, and let's press play on the Shawn Michaels, Becoming Shawn Michaels, the Heartbreak Kid documentary. If you guys are joining us, I will let you know when we are pressing play. I don't know if anybody is here in the chat yet. I do not see anybody here. That's okay. I know it's early still, so we had to fit it all in somehow, and I don't know if I was going to be able to stay up until midnight tonight to watch it. So we're going to watch it now. It's only an hour, 30 minutes. It ain't that bad. What else you got to do? Probably work, jobs, kids, lives. It's hot outside. Of course, WrestleMania week, when there's so much on, before I press play, it is like the hottest week here in Wisconsin. It's literally like 60, 70 degrees outside right now. And we're inside doing documentaries and stuff. And hey, you know what? That's okay though. But just saying, we might do an episode outside this week, low key, if it stays this nice outside, because I love the heat and I'm all about warm weather. So Pizza Planet might be coming out, and we might be going outside for a couple episodes this week. But I'm done chatting and I'm done yapping. So let's press play and let's get it going, because we got a lot of the things to get to this weekend. This is only one of 3 today.
You know, rehearsals, everything's done. Dotting all the I's, crossing
What's up,
the
Michael?
T's, and ready to sit back in. That's why I eat so many dum-dums. I just started slamming down sugar to kill time. All of our camera shots up here.
He said I just clamor on the.
They say the epicenter, and it's the best seat now.
He said I just clamor on the. NXT. NXT.
Coaching development. You gotta get more energy, more fire. We want to get these talent prepared for the main roster as quickly and as efficiently as we can. Good stuff. Way to go, man. Awesome job. If you look at this generation of young talent, so many of them will say enjoying something with
Shawn Michaels.
Approaching the ring from San Antonio, Texas, weighing 227 pounds, the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels. I will give you a show that you have never, ever seen before. Why? Because I can. He wanted to be the best. I don't think there's any difference between him and Jordan. Shawn Michaels, I can do whatever I want. He was an asshole. A first-rate asshole. I'll be the worst guy that the WWF has ever seen.
Ever seen?
I would have pissed on Shawn Michaels if he was on fire.
Said,
There's functioning drug addicts, and that's exactly what I was.
Troll. Hey, at least he can admit it, right?
Injury really sent him into a downward spiral. I felt like my life and career were over. You got to get to a very raw place with yourselves to step out of being that guy.
Shawn Michaels has had a lot of documentaries in the past.
Maybe another opportunity. Shawn was super into the behind the scenes of the business like I was.
Oh, apparently we're going to see some little behind the scenes too from WrestleMania 26 in this doc. I'm down.
Because he's done it.
Dropping things.
Shawn Michaels, he gave me a chance, and I feel like I earned his respect. One of the greatest ever getting in the ring. Who else would you want teaching the next generations of sports entertainers?
True that. True that one. Heartbreak Kid. July 8th, 2025.
Other performance center has evolved so much, but it has always been a developmental system for talent. NXT is the brand that gets talent TV ready for the main roster. Well, it is a big fight feel in the
A big fight feel here.
Welcome to NXT. The thought was to create a system to train people in a better way, to entice athletes from around the globe to want to be a part of it. At the Performance Center, it's everybody's job to make talent good, to have them learn how to
Have them be
this,
good.
to have them learn how to be great and professional behind the scenes and in front of the camera, like all the aspects that go into doing this job.
True that. And who's better than Mr. Shawn Michaels to take control?
I knew that he was friends with Hunter, but that's all I knew. I didn't even let him in the building the first time I saw him.
She said I didn't even let his ass. I don't know who you are. Get out.
One day, a man comes to the front door, cut off sleeves, shorts, I
Oh,
believe he was
yeah.
wearing sandals and a hat, and he did one of these.
Yeah, she came. Brother asked me who this was, and I came up and I peeked through there, and there's Shawn Michaels looking into the performance center, not getting allowed in. So I'm like, we can let him in.
I mean, I think so, right? I think Shawn could be let in.
Do things in their personality, but the fundamentals are the things that lead you to long-term success. He's able to understand the athleticism. Once you get him up here, you can kind of walk where you need him to sit. Boom. To understand the psychology. The way we think eventually becomes our actions. As long as you let them know that there's been doubt in there, that's the difference between arrogance and belief. And he also understands the difficulty, different psychology of people along the way.
I mean, the fact that he's working with all these superstars, just it's just great.
He's similar to me. So in many ways, he's the best candidate for doing what he's doing because he can understand them on almost every level.
Well, there goes that.
Shawn has a great ability to connect
on a nuts and bolts from an in-ring standpoint, from a character standpoint, from a promo standpoint, but also talking to human. The most impressive is the fact that he's still a guy that's humble enough to say, I need to work on my craft and get better in the ring and stuff like that. What's great about Shawn is that he has time for everybody. He's accessible. You can ask him questions. You can collaborate. And as a talent, it's sometimes hard to remember that.
Well, we got Mr. Say his name.
I'd like to think in many people's eyes, he's probably the best to ever do it. So when you say, I'll do anything to become the best, you're saying it to a guy that was the best and did a lot to become the best. So you better hold yourself accountable to that statement, because he's going to hold you accountable to it. I was 12 years old. Southwest Championship Wrestling comes on, and it was just something that captivated me from the very beginning. I was a very shy kid when I was growing up, was a military kid, but there was that mystique of the other side and that wildlife, and something that I was obviously always very curious about. I played football, baseball. I was a young athlete. The only thing I can ever remember wanting to be, other than a professional wrestler, when I thought about my life, was being a stuntman.
A stuntman. Imagine Shawn Michaels is a stuntman.
It was kind of the athleticism and the theatrics, and those two worlds coming together is what professional wrestling was to me, and that's why it appealed. In the blue corner,
Mid-South Wrestling.
Shawn Michaels. Shawn Michaels is going right at it, like Landell. A lot of times when you see young people that are green and experienced, you can tell they're inexperienced. They're hesitant. He didn't have that. He had an instinct. Shawn had a way of being in the right place at the right time and looking completely comfortable and relaxed, like he'd been doing it a long time.
Young Shawn Michaels.
I was a singles wrestler, but was wanting to. I worked with him when he was one of the Rockers. I thought he was great. Just the way he carried himself.
Woo! We got Ric Flair in the building.
He was full of himself, and he knew it. He knew it was good. You know, as great a team as the Rockers were, Shawn had his mindset on his own individual career. Shawn Michaels is almost a tag team of his own in there. You know, I could do this all night. I don't know that anybody gets into this line of work wanting to be in a tag team. Michael has great wrestling skill. It just makes him have a partner that can't hold his hand up. I'd gotten a call from Vince. He mentioned, I feel like there's an opportunity for you to have a singles run. And the minute he dropped that line, I was like, oh, really?
What's the catch?
You now have a storyline. You have characters on a television show that don't like working with each other anymore. So you put them on the barbershop for Brutus to say, come on, guys. You've been a tag team all this time. Settle your difference. Come back together. There are absolutely no problems with the Rockers. was an opportunity to have a singles career, so I did what I needed to do from a business standpoint.
Sometimes you just gotta do what you gotta do. The barber shop.
No, Scrady Marty, it's me. That's the beauty of it all. No doubt about it, it's the greatest tag team breakup of all time. It was intense and violent. If you were watching WWE at that time, you hadn't seen anything like that. So it just jumped off the screen. Shock value at that time was very important. The biggest shock value one could get is
What is it?
strand. It was something that turned out to be a fantastic storyline that thrust me into the spotlight, which is exactly what I was looking for. Rockers, they're dead. And now the whole world is going to find out with Shawn Michaels.
Oh.
So I will need verbal confirmation from everyone in here that use your name and likeness for all this.
My name is Andrea Concepcion. I am a writer and producer for NXT. She kind of needs her villain origin story. I grew up like a huge wrestling fan, so my first day, I sat down, I'm like all nervous, and Shawn walks in, and he's like, "Oh my gosh, what's your name? My name's Shawn." I'm like, I know who you are. Shawn is the GOAT for a reason. Like there are some.
Sean has a sucker problem, I've learned.
See that like we're like, what?
Another thing I wanted to check on, Jack. Are people coming to you and giving you the story of their matches and stuff like that? For the most part, we usually have to go to them.
We got Vic
That
Joseph.
is something, that talent should. Like I said, I just don't think they think about their wrestling matches in that way. Tell stories. It's not, it's more about, the stories than it is the physical aspect of the matches. Try to help that. He'd been waiting for that chance to be his own star and to break out on his own, to step into this spur of the moment singles career. From a character standpoint, I'd actually got taught from Roddy Piper, don't ever stop being who you are. If you're Shawn Michaels, you need to stay Shawn Michaels. Shawn Michaels is in the building.
In the building.
Asked them to allow me to just find out who it was I was going to be. You're out there on a promo talking, Shawn Michaels has been walking around, breaking hearts.
Walking around, breaking the hearts of all the peoples.
I guess you could say I've always been the Heartbreak Kid. All of a sudden, the words Heartbreak Kid came out of my mouth, and after that, it kind of just took on a life of its own. Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels. He went from being a guy who kids were supposed to root for to a guy that women were supposed to desire. The Heartbreak Kid. That was sexy time.
Sexy time, sexy. I'm a sexy boy, sexy boy.
You need anyone's advice on how to be a star. Zebra stripe, they had earrings, and he had the long hair. How this works is beyond me. The Kentucky waterfall mullet, probably one of the greatest mullets of all time. But he pulled it off. Shawn Michaels really became a superstar. Everybody knew he had it. Plus, we wrote the theme song, Sexy Boy.
I'm just a sexy boy, sexy boy.
Up to date, right now, it has 24,700,000 hits on Spotify. And it fits his character. Every once in a great while, an athlete comes along that sets himself apart from all the rest.
From all the
I was out there
rest.
trying to prove myself each and every night and hoping that would get back to the powers be and it would make a difference. And it did. take no prisoners.
How driven he was. No, he was not.
To ascend that ladder and to show the world how good he was. To me, it's just about applying yourself in every aspect of this business, understanding it from a television perspective, a creative standpoint, and being able to understand and kind of see the vision that at that time
Vision.
is
It's all about the vision.
making it a much bigger extravaganza, making it a much bigger show. Because I'm going to prove to everybody that I am the man that I say I am. The sexiest intercontinental champion of all time. This is what I've worked my entire life to do. So I just felt like I had to go out and be different and entertaining on a whole other level.
Yeah, and you definitely were, Mr. Michaels. He definitely was that.
Where on the Intercontinental title, Shawn was in the middle of the card. Then he begins to change that slightly. He brings in Kevin Nash.
Shawn wanted to know if I would be interested in becoming his bodyguard. Kind of were pretty much inseparable for years after that. Shortly after I got there, it was Shawn
Diesel.
and Scott Hall. They said I'm on. Gold on. Yeah. The three of us traveled together. John Walton and the 123 Kid joined us. Hunter joined us later.
Once we started riding together, we immediately just kind of hit it off.
The Click.
All those guys
And the Click was born.
became known as the Click because they were real life best friends who traveled together, hung together, and were
Sometimes it just be like that.
About the business. As long as we score a goal, I don't care who gets the praise. I just want that ring. You know, we're all gonna succeed together, and that's what the Click was about.
Oh, the best in the world. Hey, we got a comment.
We'd be riding down.
What's up, Eric? How you doing?
Remember when we were right here?
Happy Monday.
Hamrock who spun into that. Did you hear the people? He goes, yeah. How about we do this? And we go, oh, yeah. Let's do that tomorrow.
He said, how about we do this?
When it came to the Click, we were a band of brothers that encouraged and embraced and helped one another. But also, in a lot of ways, maybe fed each other's demons, maybe in a negative way.
We
Did
would
it
all
really?
order like 6 Coors Lights
Yeah.
first round each. And the guy would leave and come back and be like, give me 4 more beers.
I had lived a very conservative life when I was growing
He
up.
said, give me
and
4 more
I
beers.
had the ability to be out
4
on my own,
more.
and other people that would encourage me to live a less healthy lifestyle, and that's the road I ended up going down. They were always out together. They lived that life. They lived that rock and roll life as best they could. But every one of those guys in the Click would steal the show with whoever they were in the ring.
That's true. It was such a good ride with the Click. Why did you? What did I think? I think I thought it was good. I think the video was good. I think she did a good job. I just think it's funny the fact that they promoted it on Raw and SmackDown as if it was something else. Because obviously that's the clip that we saw on Raw or SmackDown last week. But yeah, no, I thought it was really good. What did you think of it?
You will not ever in your lives see a man more charismatic, more flamboyant, or more talented than the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels. This is my opportunity. What do I have to do to make more of it? Shawn was ascending, and I think that Vince saw Shawn as a heel. There would always be that antagonist, that there was nothing to like there until WrestleMania 11 and we wrestled Diesel.
Why did they take him facing Diesel? He did a couple moves, and Vince is like, oh my God, he's the greatest of all time.
What I enjoyed most about WrestleMania was seeing Shawn Michaels. He should have won. Shawn Michaels number 1. Shawn Michaels number 1. He is the best.
They said the best, the best. He's the best of the best.
As it continued to work, I just did more of it.
Just more. I find it funny. One of the women in the picture still doesn't have a match and probably won't. Oh, Io? I mean, she might. I guess it all depends on what happens with Nikki Bella, too.
Being in the main event at WrestleMania is obviously the dream of every aspiring superstar. It's one of the highest honors you can possibly have. But with that honor comes gigantic responsibility. You're looking for the guy that's going to draw the most money. It's not a team sport.
As we headed into WrestleMania 12, we were looking for Shawn to be the man. We were looking for Shawn to be the face of the company.
The face of the company.
Now you've got everything riding on you.
Sometimes it's just a lot of pressure. July 30th, 2025. Last year.
Business up top, party downstairs. There you go. Nothing gives me more joy than busting HBK's balls and getting them going. Right for that, my man. Don't worry about the one. The Motor City Machine Guns will be in action as well. Columbus, Detroit, Cleveland, get ready. 1 1 1 1 1 1 1.
He said 1 1.
It's on the telephone.
1.
Get ready, because NXT is coming your way.
There you go. March 1st, 1996. I was negative 2 months.
It's my town. That's my dream. WrestleMania and a World Wrestling Federation Championship.
Cute.
The second the match starts with the iconic image we'll have forever of Shawn going down that zip line.
The fact that we've had like 4 people do that is kind of crazy.
His mind for the moment. It's clearly meant to tell you this is the guy.
Shawn was in incredible condition.
Incredibles. When did the Rockers break up? What was that, 94?
Shawn was the greatest athlete I ever saw in the ring.
I don't know what year exactly it was. When did I wonder who produced it for? Probably WWE. Yeah, probably honestly just WWE. Because if they posted it on their YouTube and everything, you know they had a say in it. Michael. Dream has come true.
I remember being told, like, I want you to enjoy this. But I didn't have the ability to do that. You know, Earl not being able to get the belt on and that bothering me. Just remember, like, just stop it. I did not have the ability to enjoy that moment because it didn't go exactly the way that I wanted it to. It wasn't a good attitude to have. I was a gloomy Gus. I mean, if nothing else, I'm putting it lightly.
He said a gloomy Gus.
There's a lot of responsibilities that come with being the world champion.
Yes.
The amount of media.
I think that's a big thing that people seem to forget about what happens when you do become champion or when you do become the face of something. You're everywhere.
So to be in those shoes,
Especially WWE.
I'm concerned a lot of times when I come in and do this kind of work if I do a good job, if I'm any good at it. I still don't know if I am or not, but it's real nice to think that just your presence makes people happy. So if that's all it takes is me showing up, then that's
Yep. You just gotta show up sometimes,
I
people.
always go back to that, you know, be careful what you wish for. On one hand, there is that boyhood dream aspect of it, but
is a lot of responsibility that goes with that.
I mean, I don't know what you expected though, Shawn.
I felt a lot of pressure in that respect, and I didn't handle it well. I'm just nervous about working with people on this level. This is
Oh, he was. Shawn was on the set of Baywatch. Who knew?
you were always bragging about your dog in the ledge guard. Those are all things that I did want, and I just didn't have the maturity to allow myself to enjoy those moments, to embrace them, to get the most out of them. I can't paparazzi. Except that I love the camera. Camera's my friend. John likes the camera. There's no doubt I could have handled things a hell of a lot better. Shawn had said to me that he
Probably.
was looking forward to being champion.
Let's see here. When did the Rockers exactly break up?
Thought he could work with Scott Hall, and he basically was like, I can work with all my buddies, and I just kind of dismissed it. As we got into 1996, WCW, our competitors, had a
January 12th or January 11th, 1992.
They've been making a lot of changes and aggressively
Fun fact for everybody.
after our talent and trying to get people to sign and to go there. This is where the power lies, brother. At that time was the Monday Night Wars, and people were changing channels. I'm talking to WCW now. I gotta go. Like, it's not working here. I feel like if there's a glass ceiling, like Razor's never gonna go any higher. And I end up getting my notice. And then like about a week later, Kevin asked me his notice.
Yep.
He was really mad at Scott and I, and through his eyes, I would be too. We're just like, now here I am, the world champion, and two of the best opponents I'm gonna have are leaving.
I mean, the stories that they could have told could have been great.
I spent 3 years with was my best friend, and to know that he's found greener pastures elsewhere, and has made it very clear that I'm not a part of it. It's very hard to deal with that. He was bitter. He wanted him to stay. I wanted him to stay. More than anything else.
Yeah, I mean, I think obviously if the money was right, they would have stayed.
You're comfortable, as getting thrown into chaos, and that's just.
What matches is everybody looking forward to most this week?
Emotionally, that isn't overly stable in the first place. It was a scary time. That time, business it's okay, but it's not great. There's a lot of banter about Shawn's not working as champion. He's not drawing. Shawn first took the title, ratings dropped. WCW's Nitro started beating Raw. Shawn felt a little insecure about it. It wasn't as rosy as maybe what he expected it to be. As the champion, everybody's looking at you. It's your fault. You're the top guy, so it's your fault. So that's a heavy burden to bear.
Yeah, no.
That's the pill you have to swallow. You're a champion and things aren't going well, and it sucks to hear that. And it's hard not to start to believe those things, that to keep belief in yourself, and to keep positivity.
Shawn was like, I'm just not having this shit no more.
I got angry because you took all of it personal.
August 4th, 2025.
It's not supposed to be personal, but there are a lot of young men and women that walk through these doors. There are a lot of things that go on in this job that are tough to deal with mentally. Messes with
Mentally draining.
this job getting to you, letting them know that I don't see weakness in that.
The most surreal thing to me is the person that I respect the most
It's
is
Michaels.
the one that relates to me the most, believes in me the most, wants to help me the most.
That's why I like him so much.
And that's what it's all about.
So much again.
Yes, sir.
I know that I can call him and be like, yo, like, I'm going through something. Can I just talk to you? He'll listen to me,
And sometimes you need
I
that.
will always be an outlet if it's something that they need because I care.
Well, that's good, because Shawn Michaels the GOAT. I will be right back. I'm going to get some ice.
Championship brings out either the very best in all of us, or it brings out the very worst. Everybody says I've got sort of a bad attitude. Sometimes you like me, sometimes you don't.
Sometimes you like me, and sometimes you don't. It don't matter.
I wake up in bad mood.
It takes a soul.
there is no day off.
Nope. No days off.
I can see the slide. I can see him falling apart. He's collapsing under the pressure.
Shawn felt the pressure of the roll on him, and instead of, just taking it, I think Shawn just lashed out.
You know who I am? I'm Shawn Michaels. I can do whatever I want. Shawn was not a pleasant person to be around, and he could be extremely difficult. He could be abrasive. I don't care what's going on in your life. It does not give you a right to mistreat people.
Bro. Facts.
And to demean people.
Can't do that. I gotta clean my glasses the whole
On
time.
a personal level, I wouldn't have pissed on Shawn Michaels if he was on fire. He was an asshole, a first-rate asshole. He said stuff to you. He disrespected you. Like the things that he would say to you in the dressing room and confront you about stuff. It was like, where did that come from? You don't dare get pumped with guys on the seat. I would have to think it was his drug problems, which were just starting to become a problem at that time. So mostly it was pills, blow, and marijuana. It kind of starts out as what you believe is fun. Certainly then it begins to delve into something way more serious. This Elvis lifestyle, this Jim Morrison, this rebel without a clue idea, very endearing. It sounded very cool and rugged. And there was a time in my life, didn't really care if I lived past 35. I didn't even know what living till 35 or 45 would even look like. I didn't think about tomorrow. Being liked is way better than being hated. I knew everybody hated me, and that's what starts a lot of the downhill spiral stuff. It was all about running and escaping, and honestly, running and escaping from the dude at the top.
We got 55 people in the house. What's up, guys?
Realistic, functioning drug addicts, and that's exactly what I was. You can go and look at stuff now, see me doing stuff on TV, and people are like, oh my goodness, he must have been out of his score. Like, I was never not well on TV. You know what I mean? I always, I was not well afterwards, because no matter how I feel right now.
He said afterwards.
Crunch time, Shawn Michaels will be ready. His moment of existence was the 20 minutes in the ring every day. You go in there and kill it.
And Michaels goes flying.
The second he was done. I knew the stuff that I was doing was wrong, but I didn't care. When you're in the middle of a storm, you don't really notice it. You're just so used to it, and you don't really see it spiraling out of control like it did.
Yeah.
I tore my first ACL, and at that time, ACLs were a year out. I never had a doctor look me in the face.
1997, when Shawn Michaels became the GM and commissioner.
I was told that the other day.
The emotion is genuinely palpable because you got the champion of the company, and ultimately he's giving it up.
Here's your belt. I know that over the last several months, I've lost a lot of things, and one of them has been my smile. It was
Lost my smile.
eliminating something that was going on else in my life, because I was miserable and the champion and stuff like that. And I was having a conversation with my mother, and her thinking the same thing, like, my God, why can't you just enjoy this? And she goes, geez, she goes, I don't ever see you smile anymore. She's like, you lost your smile, and it should be the best time of your life. I have to go back and fix myself, and I'm going to go home now. Bye, Shawn.
Goodbye, Shawn. But then he came on back now. But first, NXT.
So we're in Lomas, in the same exact building that they were shooting Raw at, to almost replicate to a T the same segment that Shawn did when he lost his smile.
I don't know if I love this anymore, and to be honest with everybody, I just lost my smile.
Shawn offered the spin of, I'm going to replicate this, but only to trick you.
I should not be worried about losing my smile. I should worry about taking yours.
on that day, one of the craziest things in my wrestling career ever happened.
He tried to kill Javon Evans.
All right, you're gonna put Javon's face in the chair, and you're gonna kick it, and it's gonna break his jaw. I was afraid of doing it and hurting another talent on the show.
He said, "Let me stick my head in there."
And he's like, "What?" No. With the chair on his face, and he's like, "Yeah, go ahead, do it as hard as you can." For real? Yeah.
What?
Do something I wasn't willing to do. If they can do that with me, they'll do it with each other. Yeah.
So much respect to him.
What's up, Bowler?
Have the balls to be like, "Oh, if I want you to do it, I'll do it first.
Fucking.
Wherever you want to go, boss man, I'm gonna go with you."
I'm fucking.
Utmost respect.
That's awesome. So what Shawn Michaels is doing is rerunning his career back in NXT.
Technically, if you throw a brace on it. That's how we got into Dr. James Andrews. That's why everybody goes to Birmingham now. You know, a few weeks later, I go down to see Dr. Andrews, and it's like, yeah, no, it's not good. You know, yeah, it's a year out, but you can rehab it a little bit and put a brace on it. And so that's exactly what I did. Decides to come back. This was a moment where things needed to change. Business was bad. WCW was starting to kill us.
NWO is the reason for the success of Monday Nitro.
I don't give a damn.
I became one of the most controversial.
I'll be right back here. I'm gonna pause this real quick. Put some music on. I won't take myself out, but we'll be back in about a minute.
Hey, I got something to say. I'm just so sick of hearing everyone complain. I know it's tough and I know there's pain, but hitting bottom is the only way to change. So I'll keep hustling, you keep struggling. Bitch, I'm humbling, keep mumbling. I'll keep doubling, you keep bluffing. You've got nothing, I'll keep hustling. I've seen a lot of people who don't know what work is. I've seen a lot of people who don't know what thirst is. I've had a taste of evil and tried to cure the sickness.
And we're back. Sorry about that.
Design. I'm a very polarizing WWE superstar. Everybody's got a hook.
Hey, what's up, Bowler? How we doing today?
At every opportunity I could ever get because I felt like it would help.
I'm not the most popular guy in the World Wrestling Federation, but then again, I'm not looking to win any popularity contest.
Being more of a jerk and having an edge to him, that's who he was. So that's more comfortable to portray on air. And at that point in time, DX is born.
We are the generation that need new age rules.
And we will break them.
DX first began as Hunter and myself in China. Felt like we had a really good idea of where the wrestling business was going and where it felt like it needed to go. Just wanted to push the envelope a little bit more.
Shawn Michaels and the Generation X. 1, 2, 2, suck it!
Suck it.
We're going on TV and we're crossing the line.
We're gonna sit down here and we're gonna play a little strip poker.
D-Generation X was this really brash, exciting, and respectfully obnoxious group of people.
DX.
And in Pennsylvania tonight, it looks like it's going to be a full boom. It was fun and it was cool. There's a shift going on with our product, and then our ratings are getting better. Shawn and Paul were such good friends. They're always talking and thinking about the business.
Hell yeah.
Doing what resonated. While we're having fun.
They said, "Can I join DX?" Nah, nah, nah.
People love when we're trying to be dicks. You're just trying to make the other one go like, oh my god. Yeah, can't believe it.
Shawn and I both got jumbo weenies. That was just crazy, wild stuff. All the stars.
Oh my
You
goodness.
know, the planets come together and life is good in that respect. Shawn Michaels, John Schmidt. Your way. Right.
Bah.
Can't say I liked it.
You're a disgrace to professional wrestling.
And there was real tensions between us.
I'm not gonna lie to you. Bret Hart and Shawn Michaels loathe one another, whether it be out here or back there.
There's an absolute hatred between those two in that moment in time.
It was fine with stirring stuff with everybody because I felt like it fed my career.
I mean,
You cross the line that nobody should ever cross. You know, those are the kind of things that could topple my marriage.
This is all about principle and respect.
I don't know. I feel like I don't know what saying how I feel about all the Bret Hart shenanigans.
Heading into Survivor Series 97 in Montreal, Bret's time in WWE is actually about to come to an end.
Bret was negotiating on the other side, seeing if the grass was greener down south at WCW. WCW then started to approach.
Bret was able to get a deal with WCW. Bret was our champion. He had to crown a new champion. His final date was going to be in Montreal, the Survivor Series. Shawn takes the championship. Bret goes to WCW. Everybody's happy. Bret didn't feel that way.
I told you guys I'm not doing anything like that. Not till Shawn shows me that he has enough respect for me. Yeah, I was being good shit. Bret couldn't be allowed to go to WCW with the championship. He had to drop that title. I went there determined to not lose to Shawn no matter what they tried to do in the ring.
And
His loyalty was to the company. Him
guess what?
and Vince McMahon,
He failed.
Triple H, were all aware of what the plan was at Survivor Series. Bret Hart was not a part of those plans.
But they said, "Bro, how are you? What plan?"
This is just supposed to be a moment that would happen, early on in the match. Bret gets out of it.
I could hear Vince yelling at the timekeeper. I could hear him yelling at him to ring the bell.
This is the perfect moment to have Bret tap, or say that Bret taps. And Shawn could be champion as Bret.
This is high level espionage, man. Like, this is as heavy as it gets in the business. This was not an easy thing. But the understanding on our side, on all ends, is that there is no other option in this. I mean, you could tell that
There's always another option. There's always a plan B.
bad Academy Award for pretending that he wasn't in on it because he's like, oh man, he was acting like he didn't know what was going on. It wasn't fun to do. For all of our animosity, for all of the rivalry that he and I had, I was the bad guy. And then on that night, I was gonna
In this business, stuff begins to take on this life of its own. But when everything is said and done, the best thing you can do is swallow whatever that is and figure out how you're going to pick yourself back up, dust yourself off, and get back in the game. And the
Great kid.
is
And
now
now
a
become
new
new
World Wrestling
Federation
Champion.
champion.
In a story
1998 Royal Rumble time.
getting to this casket match, I'm going to take a backdrop out of the ring, but over the casket.
Oh.
Top rope,
Oh.
he caught the edge of it.
Oh. Well, there goes the back.
I didn't think much of it. obviously found out that he had a much more significant injury than what he thought. Apparently, I had burst the disc.
Ooh.
And that obviously alters sort of everything in my career from that point on.
This back injury was a career injury. But, look, he wanted to be in that main event of WrestleMania.
You don't get one of these, pal, which you've never had, I might add. Right. By getting knocked down too much. March 29th is mine. Spend the next month doing everything that I can to get myself in shape for WrestleMania, knowing that I'm wrestling here on the other side.
Damn.
The reality of what's going to happen to me is kind of sinking in. I really go off the rails. Clearly taking way too many prescription pills. I could stay sober for the 2 hours on TV, but the rest of the day,
Nope.
You know what I mean? I was rolling pretty good.
Trying to escape, trying to drown it out, trying to not think about it, not sit in the car and stew and think about everything going on. And when every single thing in your life is wrapped up around that moment of success and everything around it is falling apart, what do? Everybody handles that differently. You don't think about it. It's funny because when you talk about it in that manner, then it sounds like, well, goddamn, why would you hang out with this misery 24/7? No, it's not. Well, it is. Right? It's again like your brother.
Hell yeah. It's called Through Thick and Thin.
It should have killed me. The reality is it didn't. And a lot of that is because of Hunter taking care of me, watching after me, making sure that I could still function and maintain and be responsible. This is it. This is the WWF title match. I was kind of checked out at that time. My performance was always the most important thing in the world to me. But that was the day I don't know, I didn't care. It was just about getting through it.
Oh, was that WrestleMania 16? 16, 17? Or no, that's 15.
But for all intents and purposes, my life and career were over. Hello there.
Hello.
Goodness gracious, dude.
Oh, who's that?
You gonna be good?
Oh, it's Dragunov.
Billy, you look fantastic. There you go, Dragunov. Yeah. How long did the entire rehab been? Well, it's where they hit. Coming back from injury sometimes is hard. You know what I mean? Sometimes it messes with your mind, but that's what's always so positive about you. Your mind's as strong as your body, man. So having this facility here gives them the opportunity to come back and be ready to
Oh, okay.
point,
We are behind the scenes of Mr. Dragunov.
all the time anyway, so I feel sorry for the guy when he's ready to get back and get going. You look like $1 million. That's fantastic. I look forward to it. Great to see you. Nice to meet you. Thank you. I crushed my disc out for 105. So you have to get fusion. They pull the disc out, they just fuse that with bone out of your hip.
Oh.
All they knew at the time was stuff like that you don't recover from. People don't get back in the ring and wrestle again. I was trying to find out what life looked like being a wrestler. Clearly with the wrestling schools, I felt like that's something, I don't know, from a monetary standpoint, I built this kind of brand or this name. There's certainly something there that I'm interested in. But the sports thing came up because it actually felt and sounded like something that might have some real security in it. Have you ever noticed the smallest guy in the band?
Oh, he's going to be a coach? Imagine Shawn Michaels as an NFL football coach.
He was with Ken's 5 in San Antonio. We started out with a little thing where I was at high school football games on Friday nights. I'd do a little fun segment. When did all the spit come out?
He said, oh, I'm dead.
And of course, you look at that and you're like, okay, well, without wrestling, I don't know, I guess a local sportscaster maybe makes, I don't know, 75, 100, 150 grand a year. That's a good living. This reporter will never ever look at the band quite ever the same again. But you do enough drugs, you screw enough of that stuff up, you don't really go about it the right way or apply yourself. The love and the passion and all of that wasn't there for that like it was, for wrestling. And that obviously
obviously was what caused so much of the downward spiral at that time in my life. I had never had anything that I could grasp that was bigger than the wrestling business.
Well,
That's just not enough
Shawn,
to
I don't.
base a life
What did he? I forgot what he said. I think he said his wife finally calmed him down.
You look at the Nitro girls. My goodness, but it's time for.
Why other people? Go away. I don't want people in my house.
And the introduction of this new Nitro girl, and she's just doing this dance, and she's absolutely the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. And called her up, probably talked for 3 hours on the phone each night for 2 weeks. I think I met her in January, and we got married March 31st. With Rebecca, it started out so
Be like that, huh?
and fun, and it appealed to that romanticized, crazy kind of lifestyle atmosphere that she could not do any drugs, but she could still have fun with me, but then at the same time recognize that, okay, he's not healthy and he doesn't just do that to have fun. He's like that all the time. And before long, it's too late. Now she's married to me. And 8 weeks after we're married, she finds out she's pregnant. Cameron, Kate Hickenbottom is born next year. Oh my God, that the poor girl's locked in, and she realized, like, damn, this dude's like on stuff all the time. I was actually like real life in love. I was real life enamored with being a dad.
And then what happened?
Wanted to be good.
I want to know how he came back. How did he get cleared to come back?
The only thing that isn't wonderful in this picture is you.
Your kids, your wife, like, come on, like, totally get his act together. I didn't want him to die.
My son, at 2 years old, recognized, I was just saying, Daddy's tired. And me knowing, like, that's when the drugs are kicking in and I'm not in the best shape, but he notices it. That was kind of the dam that broke. It's the first time I ever wanted to be better. I've never recklessly abused anything ever again.
Hey, what's up, Clay? How you doing?
See, what is it about you that makes you dislike this?
How do I watch it? ESPN Unlimited. The first hour of both nights will be on ESPN and ESPN2. Night 1 and night 2, the first hour. But if you're gonna watch the whole show and all the things, just get on ESPN Unlimited or Netflix internationally.
And Shawn got saved probably a month before I did. He and I kind of had this parallel journey, so we really connect now because we're strong in the faith. You know, the world doesn't get to us anymore because we have that strong faith.
Bible's falling apart. Your life isn't. You know what I mean? I remember somebody said, "Hey, Eric, Shawn found religion." Yeah, they laughed. I said, "No, I don't know anybody that died ODing on religion. Worked for him. Good for him. He's off drugs. I don't care how he did it." From my faith standpoint, it's, you know, Jesus seeing me the way I am, you know, loving me in spite of all of my screw-ups. And my life is different. I've been saved. Book of Joshua is to be strong and courageous. You know, for I am with you. You know what I mean? I can do all things. And those things is, you know, so anyway, it's early on in your salvation. So I'm like, oh, you know, I can do, you know, I can walk on water. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I just felt like invincible.
He said, I felt invincible.
Having conversations, I believe, a little bit at the time. And then he said, he's like, well, my son to see you do this one time. He said, I don't know that I can do it. I don't know physically if I can or not. He said, if I'm going to, I only trust one person. It's you. If you consider it, I would love to do it.
Shawn saying, am I have another one in me? Him being away, it leaves a hole. And Shawn filled a lot of space, man. And having Shawn back is a blessing. So of course you're gonna be happy to have him back.
Yes, sir. SummerSlam 2002. Who could forget the match between Triple H?
Just loosely talk about some things we'll do, and I'll call it the ring. the ring, did a couple of things.
Shawn Michaels, big rubber man it is. Triple H, Michaels sidestepped the game. Triple H made a big mistake and he underestimated Shawn Michaels.
We did the spot, and when we came up, I said, "You were fine. You haven't missed a step. Let's just go."
Shawn Michaels, that's Shawn Michaels.
He said, "You're fine."
He goes, "Oh my God, you're back."
It's like he didn't miss a beat. He was right back. His timing, everything was just spot on. It was magic.
He looks to be in great shape. He looks great. You gotta give him credit.
How is this possible that he is this good after all that time, injury, and everything else? So I'm trying to catch up to him.
Michaels, will it be? Can it be?
Gives me chills. I mean, it's there. You know, it's there. It's not gone. Any performer will tell you your confidence is what makes or breaks you half the time. And so to get that back was life altering for me. Gave me another opportunity.
A lot of things he took for granted the first time around. And when he came back around again, he's like, I don't know how many chances I get at this. I'm going to enjoy this because I thought it was gone. And I got the second chance. So I'm going to ride this for as long as it's right.
Sweetie Chan music.
Seeing Shawn win the World Heavyweight Championship at the Elimination Chamber, it was such a feel-good moment as a fan to see that. When wrestling is done right, there's nothing like it. The purest form of entertainment because you can just lose yourself in it, and I think that Shawn's matches, more than anybody, achieve that.
T. Shawn Michaels.
He's Mr. WrestleMania for a reason, and he really proved it in those late stages of his career. Chris Jericho, Kurt Angle.
True that. He really did have another great career after.
Legend after another. Shawn is a part of making those guys. And it's kind of a crazy foreshadowing of where his career and legacy would go with what he's doing now in NXT.
For him, it was an opportunity to come back, and I think maybe right his wrongs.
There was an easiness about him.
I've been waiting for my cookies. 2 months of no talking to the cookies, man.
He was just being Shawn. The new Shawn. You could tell genuinely that he was a changed human being. Those are the kind of people that I like to be around.
I had a different outlook on life and understanding things that were important. I was willing to give it my all, but at least still have enough time at home. You know, I didn't work a full-time schedule. I wanted to balance it as best I could. I wanted to be a part of their lives. My wife and both of our children.
23rd time, WrestleMania 23 against Mr. John Cena.
Combining these two worlds that I've never had together. If you can have peace and joy in the midst of doing your job and your family and all that is in communion with one another, it's as good as it gets. It's heaven on earth.
John Cena. Who could forget that match?
You know, I was going to say,
Shawn Michaels is my dad. He got treated like everybody else's dad, I feel like. You made fun of him, you joked with him, you argued, you did whatever. He wasn't necessarily this guy on a pedestal that came home and was like, yeah, pretty cool. I'm Shawn Michaels, so that's, just in case you guys didn't know, he was just my dad. And he's always been like that. All my dad has ever cared about is his wife, his kids, providing for those people. To this day, all my dad wants to do is put on a good show and go home to his wife and watch TV together and spend time together or hang out with his kids.
It's this week double chicken and then a bowl for dinner we both want.
Next week, yeah, next week double take.
I started working here when I was 19, and it's actually a funny story. I was on the way to my high school graduation, and I was on a phone call with him. He told me where we were going, and he started asking about what I wanted to do, what I was interested in, and my dad told him, I enjoyed hair and makeup. That was just a passion of mine.
Fun little fact: Shawn Michaels' daughter does
head of the hair and makeup department.
Does makeup for WWE. That's cool.
On Tuesday, and if you make it, you make it, and if you don't, you don't. And I've worked here ever since.
Holy shit! Oh my goodness! What an awesome surprise! I'm doing great. Ashley, come down. Yeah. Oh my goodness, that's so nice. Oh, that's wonderful.
He's like, I love my son.
My brother's always been a great artist, and he's a part of the creative department at WWE.
He said, that's my baby boy.
On one hand, it's going to go like, oh, they're your kids, it's easy. And in some respects, I guess it is. But then another aspect, you get held to a different standard as well. They have the work ethic like nobody's business. And I couldn't be more proud of both of them for who they are, more importantly than what they do. I know, this is so cool.
You look at it for like it's all two
You're
seconds.
all the time, so that is cool.
He said you're here all the time. It's not as cool. I love it. Oh, that's dope. Got that DX merchandise.
Everything really changes after I had my back. That's when I started doing yoga and obviously stretching a lot more and understanding my body a bit better. For me, it was more about mobility. And the older I got, the mobility helped a lot more. This is the Player Watch WrestleMania 24. I got one for both myself and Rick Barnett's retirement match at WrestleMania. It's something that means a lot to me, so I just been trying to get better a little more.
Who could ever forget about that?
I've sort of submitted to the fact that I am not going to be able to emotionally detach myself from the situation, although I tried.
What is the first ever WrestleMania everybody remembers watching?
Made a request of me, and that is let me know that the best way that I can honor him is to go out there and give him my best. Go out there and be the showstopper, be Mr. WrestleMania.
The time has come for Nature Boy Ric Flair to put his career on the line against Shawn Michaels.
Shawn just said, I'm leaving this. Sweat on me. It took a roar off my shoulders to know that he felt that good about it. He gave everything that anybody could ever give to match that night and more.
Shawn Michaels obviously grew up idolizing Ric Flair, and now he is tasked with the unenviable mission of ending Ric Flair's career.
I'm sorry.
I love you. I'm sorry. I love you.
It's a great moment of wrestling.
Really freaking awesome.
Every time I get the opportunity to talk about that match, I continue to reminisce. And kind of just always restores my love and joy for doing this job, and being there with Rick always takes me back to the idea that, can you believe it, you're actually in there with the Nate and gonna have his last match, and I got to do my version of Nate, which is spending a lot of money on stuff you don't need. This, was important to me, and clearly meant a lot to him.
If I 10 past 24, you feel
Watch Loser Black face from 24. You've seen it, right? You know how brilliant and everything.
Let me tell you the time of that. Clear off on what?
good money. Clear all those diamonds and hide them. I had the moment at 24 with Rick, and then the opportunity that I had with Taker.
Ah, this is what we need to see. I want to see the backstage from this.
Comes along. He is a changed human being, and we are on a level now where our friendship is just as important now as the business side.
It's game day for Mr. WrestleMania.
To me, it's about the grandeur of it. It's about the story. And I think just like the visuals of seeing Shawn Michaels and Undertaker just being portrayed as visual opposites.
Big, small, dark, and imposing, right and obnoxious. Opposite in every way. And to me, that's freaking awesome. All he had to do was be Shawn Michaels, and all I had to do was be The Undertaker. Both of us, in the twilight of our careers, we're going out and we're going to steal the show.
To me, WrestleMania 25, Shawn and Taker, one of the best WrestleMania matches ever.
Probably still one of the, and might still be the best WrestleMania match.
All the stars align, everything's going right, everything clicks, it all works.
One of the greatest matches of all time. That was magic.
It's the best match that I think that
I did it. I did it.
it took the least amount of effort. I had that match with Taker, and that was the first time that I ever felt like I'd be okay if that was the last one. It's one glorious moment after another, but how do you end it? How does it end? We're coming back for another one, and this just so happens to be his retirement match. This entire journey, this entire arc of this guy, this character, that essentially when everything is said and done is the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels. To go out on the last one, I wanted it to be poetic. Yeah, complete peace with the outsider. So I just knew that it's like, I can do this.
And it does not appear that
Now
Shawn
it's raining.
Michaels is intimidated at all. Over to Science, Shawn Michaels is unbelievable.
On
Going to go out,
the
he has to go out and he's
Unbelievable.
start imitating life.
Oh, and Shawn Michaels is going out. He's coming out. He's defying this everything. Look at this bleep on the face of the Undertaker who turned into like a rage. There's the cover.
And it's over.
Michaels' career is over. I don't know if I've ever seen a moment like this. This might be the ultimate WrestleMania. Shawn, I miss you.
We will miss you, Shawn. And it should have been his last match, but instead they brought him back to have that random ass match with freaking
I'm in the background, I was crossing. I hated The Undertaker.
That's
I
awesome.
very much
I
enjoyed
love
those
it, yes.
matches with him. I very much enjoyed my career. When everything is said and done, isn't that how it's supposed to be?
Yeah. See, I think they got rid of this because I remember this and I can't find it anywhere.
Giving me the honor and the privilege.
I think WWE making us try to think that we forgot about this. Nah, nah, nah.
He left the way you should leave. He was at such
Yeah,
peace
and then he
with
came back.
this decision. He was fulfilled. This business is your life when you're on the road doing it in a lot of ways. When you decide that's it, there's a brick wall stop moment. I mean, it
every day. It's all I talk about and all I do, too. I'm not around it. I don't see people. I don't talk to those people because they're all busy. And you understand that. So Shawn had gone down this road where he wasn't involved in the business at all. He was doing other things. He had a hunting show.
That's right. Who could forget about that one?
I have to thank each and every one of you for making McMillan River Adventures one of, if not the most successful show on the Outdoor Channel. Life after wrestling led me to retirement and living out on a ranch in the middle of nowhere in West Texas. Seeing Hunter once in a blue moon when I went back to do a special appearance. So Shawn, SHAWN.
Shawn.
As Triple H's in-ring career started to wind down, he just naturally transitioned into the development of other talent in creating NXT.
NXT is the next generation.
Shawn was super into the behind the scenes of the business like I was, but just never saw it as a path. But at some point, Shawn called me. He was bringing his family to see his wife's family. So he was going to be in the area for a few weeks for like a summer vacation. He was interested in seeing the PC and being there. I could just see his spark for the business.
It was just that feeling that I hadn't felt since retirement eased its way back into my life.
We're in Florida, Orlando. Our friends are taking us to all these places and doing all this fun stuff. I'm like, yeah, and Dad's doing work. Great. I don't care. You were in Florida on vacation still.
Hell yeah.
You walked by a house.
See, that's the way to look at it. See, she's got the idea.
Here for a while, like we're thinking about moving here.
By the time we had finished that vacation, we had made the decision to go back home to Texas, pack up, move our entire lives to Florida, which is exactly what we did.
I think Shawn becoming part of NXT was this long, sinister plan by Triple H. Hunter knew what Shawn did to Shawn. He was jumping all in. To me, the second Shawn said, I'm in, I didn't have a new coach. I had one Shawn Michaels. Dude, I got somebody with one of the greatest minds in the business that can help this product immensely across the board, no matter what it is.
When I saw the opportunity to do it on PC,
Bro.
Wow, I would do it work for me. I'll drive 10 hours, a 4-hour round trip a couple of days a week.
One of the greatest ever get in the ring. Who else would you want teaching the next generations of sports entertainers? Instead of me giving back to the business that had been so good to me and my family. I had a great amount of joy getting to do it.
I remember them asking me, like, hey, so I think I'm going to really start having my own class. And I remember telling Hunter, like, you want your own class now?
So, okay, well,
Hey, what's up, Nick?
I want you to do
How are we doing today? Nick, are you ready for this long week of wrestling content? Now it's lightning outside. Man, it was literally just 60. Now there's a tornado watch. Huh? Great. Hey, my lord.
Turn the lights off and made everybody close their eyes. And then just listen.
Shit. Well, that's all. Great. Alright, cool. Let me know. We'll send you the link. I will send you the link at some point. We got Full House Thursday, but that's okay. Rain is expected to stop in 21 minutes. We'll see.
I was in his class. That's why he has all these accolades, because he was that meticulous in his art. So I remember I was working with Eric Young. For 3 weeks leading up to this match, we had a hard time finding our way to the finish. So let's just ask Shawn. He goes, okay. Why don't you, son, hit those two? Go to do a skin the cat back in. He grabs you off the ropes and hit him. that's the legendary mind, and that's Shawn.
There you go. Shawn Michaels.
At first, he was very much, I can contribute like this, I can contribute like that. But I don't want any responsibility. He wants a job, but he doesn't want a job. He doesn't want the responsibility of a job.
He does want it.
Once you start to get into this, it's addictive. I've joked with him about this before. I said I give you a taste, and then you come back for more, right? Like a dealer.
My role kind of slowly gets bigger and bigger as time goes on. Things are gonna move fast. That's how this line of work is. That's the only thing I'm gonna say. Take the time every now and then when you get out there, take a look around, look at those people, take it all in. And speak for everybody, but let yourself be.
Oh, look, it's Liv. Hey.
Love the 15-year-old kid going, boy, I can't believe I'm here doing this.
I was having fun doing NXT and all that stuff beforehand. Now all of a sudden, he's back doing it and he's sitting next to me.
Best friends working together. Hell yeah. Yeah, Nick, it is definitely worth it and a really good watch. And it's not too long.
I know what he's thinking. He knows what I'm thinking. I can bring up one thing. He knows exactly what I mean. I don't have to long form spell it out for him or give him the full idea, and vice versa. Same.
Watching those two know what the other person's thinking and almost watching as like it's a movie. Like you're the first hand. Like,
man, where did this storm come from? It is pouring outside. What? Oh well.
He was kind of my right hand there, and then in my mind that was becoming the plan of like, okay, if I ever have to take Raw, SmackDown, or any of that, if I have to move up the line, if I have to take on a different role.
Well, there you go. Ta-da! And it happened just like that.
And then that's sort of
you guys hear that? Boom! Boom, boom, boom.
Been running hard. Vegas, LA back to Orlando.
Shenanigans.
Along this tour. But I thought I had like flu or something. That leads me to finding out, like, getting a phone call from a doctor tell me, hey, you need to go to pack a little bag right this second. Do not dilly-dally. Put it in the car.
I will definitely have to figure out a time to come back on.
In New Haven. And I was like, what is going on there? You're in heart failure.
Looking back on it, it's all kind of a blur. Your buddy who's had this very real life traumatic moment in his life, that in and of itself, on a whole separate level, was just tough personally.
In 2021, we're looking for somebody due to Triple H's own spirit. Who can step in and just do this? It was Shawn. Shawn was there. He had prepared for it his entire life. He just didn't know it.
Honestly, I didn't want the responsibility. I didn't want the pressure. I didn't want the anxiety of doing everything that he did. I really wanted a life where I could contribute to this business that I love, but not have any of the hardships or the heartache or the pressure or the anxiety that goes along with it. At the same time,
Man.
the responsibility of
Stone Cold coming to Fortnite 2016.
say no to that. You're talking about somebody who made a great deal of sacrifice for me. At times in his career where it was very tough to do that. This was a moment that I felt like I could maybe in some way pay him back for what he had done so selflessly.
This is gonna suck. I gotta go outside and move my car. Shenanigans. Straight up.
Alright, so look, this is where Hunter usually gives the speech. Alright, he's not here, I'm not as good at it.
He said I'm not as good at speeches.
When the time came, Shawn was Shawn.
I retired from a stunt 10 years ago, and I was happy as a leaking mud. I walked in here 5 years ago, and everybody
it's because of all we all knew that Shawn was ready to take over NXT and take over the PC. What Shawn definitely didn't know what was really ahead.
Troll.
The one thing that helped me with all of this is I like a challenge. Unfortunately, I have such a fragile ego that I don't want a lot of responsibility, but when it's thrust upon me, I don't want everybody to know that I don't want it. All right, we'll figure it out. Live TV, what can go wrong? This is a 100% challenge, a 100% struggle each and every week. It's kind of a sickness in a way. Oh my God. So I tried to just do my job and do it well and put on a very good 2-hour wrestling.
That's all he
show.
can do.
Thank you all very much. Thank you. All I know is that I'm not sick of it yet, so until somebody tells me to cease and desist, I'm going to be doing this again tomorrow night.
That's a great attitude, Dad. That's fantastic. I love it. He said until they tell me otherwise.
And run with it. That
I'll be
period
here
of time
tomorrow.
where I was down, a lot of company upheaval was happening.
When I was first taking over, there was a transition of going from this black and gold to a 2.0.
The black and gold era, that was an era where Hunter was building a brand, experienced talent.
We got a new champion here for NXT. Drew McIntyre.
2.0, we're bringing in these athletes now, getting them ready for Raw and SmackDown.
We're all here right now. It's a brand new chapter.
Shawn Michaels takes over, and then
Hey,
change.
we'll whoop that.
Guys like myself, Carmelo Hayes, Heartbreak, like that's when we all kind of broke into NXT. They threw us out and see if we could save us win.
Welcome to a brand new era in the rich history of NXT.
What's going on in NXT 2.0 in the last 6 months is a miracle.
That is kind of crazy. Tony D, that's kind of crazy.
People that have been in the
Fucking
wrestling
Tony D.
business for 6
This man literally has been on NXT forever.
6 months, I'd have shit a golden brick as you sat me in front of that crowd 2 over in Saturday. But won't be able to show any of this stuff. After a while, you begin to have an attachment to the talent that comes through the performance center doors. You start to feel a real responsibility to them and to understand that all of this doesn't happen unless somebody is there managing this ship.
Shaw was doing such a great job running NXT that when Triple H was able to come back and return to Raw and SmackDown to run creative there, Shawn was able to just take the ball and keep running in NXT.
One of the things that Hunter taught me that he said Dusty taught him, which is kind of the 70% rule, which is no one's ever going to be able to convey the vision that you have in your head. Only you have that. And you can do everything you can to best verbalize, vocalize that to somebody that's never going to quite be the way you're picturing. So
Yeah, that's
understand
true.
that and grade it more to, if you can get 70% of that, consider that a win. And I can be able to start slow like that. You know what I mean? So I just feel like, again, you just got to get more energy, more fire. Right now, you got to show people that you can do everything under the sun and still follow the rules. Thank you both for it, but again, I'm not doing my job if I don't need to be honest.
He's always there, and he'll give
Troll,
us
that's
his
facts.
feedback and tell you the truth, whether you want to hear it or not.
Gotta be
And
honest.
I think that's the best kind of.
I wish sometimes people would be honest with me.
From getting real
So I know.
and I think Shawn's great at that.
JC Jane though, how can we forget JC Jane pulling the Shawn Michaels with Gigi Dolan?
Care about us.
He's a good job in their integration.
And it's really funny. A lot of my friends will be like, "Oh my God, do you know who Shawn Michaels is?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I see him literally every week. Like, he's my boss." He's the best.
My biggest thing talking to Shawn is about the sacrifices that you have to take to be the man.
Exactly.
Most importantly, be great at what you do.
Reach.
Being led by Trick Williams.
Shawn Michaels
It's insane to think about the rise
disrespect.
of Mr. Lemon Pepper Stepper, Trick Willie.
That's the reason that I
opportunity and this unbelievable amount of ability and want them to harness all that.
Wrestling grandpa.
He's so funny. Like, he's such a character still.
He'll joke around with you.
He's a
You're close to him, like he'll probably talk trash about you.
He's on the fly now. His fly still fly.
His fly still fly.
Jerk for the youngin'? Yeah, for the youngin'. All right, don't worry.
It's all jokes, but it's so cool, like just being in the same room or just having like a close enough connection to one of the
That's
greatest
awesome.
See you later. Thank you very much. Thank you. Awesome. Thank you.
He is somebody who is never afraid to like step out and learn a little bit more about anything.
Ooh, this is nice. Wow.
They're old timers.
He's a girl.
Knowing that I'm doing TikTok
Oh.
and stuff like that. It's something that I never thought I would have done. But at the same time, having the opportunity to embarrass your children
Love it.
never gets old, even when they get older. Go crazy.
We definitely have to like kind of show him and like talk him through like this is the trend, this is how it works, like all you have to do is this, which I make it really, really simple. Some of that is his real personality, which is what makes it funny. I do think it's funny. I do like it.
He is all about giving.
He found another passion, and he needed to after everything that he went through. That was the biggest thing. That it seemed like with Shawn, he just needed to find a meaning in life. It seemed.
The head of the family.
Daryl, it's his birthday today. He's a young 45 years old. I just want to wish him a very happy birthday.
Hey, happy birthday!
He is legitimately helping people achieve their dreams.
Thank you all so much for doing this and working so hard. Fantastic last couple of weeks. And obviously next week, man, we're going to cut you guys loose. Go out there and show the world who the hell you are, all right?
Yes, sir. Back at the Performance Center, October last year.
Here in the WWE, it was WWE only, and we did everything we could to kind of make sure we were the absolute number one and possibly only sports entertainment brand out there.
See the view tonight, the bigger picture here is NXT under attack by TNA. And remember to put your differences aside for brand supremacy.
One thing that comes across the desk of NXT all the time is
NXT vice
working with different promotions. There's an opportunity with TNA. TNA Wrestling is another wrestling organization in America. And
Show Hendry explaining TNA to people. So great.
that was designed to mutually benefit both parties.
I'm fucking dead.
TNA and us. TNA and NXT. I think it's unprecedented. TNA wrestlers, NXT superstars. This truly is
Big
the
Joseph.
answer to the question,
What's up, Vic?
What if? What if these two worlds collided? It happens for the first time in show.
Appreciate you coming there. Long time coming. To see Shawn Michaels embracing this collaboration between TNA and NXT was exciting, was refreshing, because the possibilities could be endless.
Exactly.
Shawn Michaels, like, this is a guy who was on the forefront
Oh,
of Monday Night
I was just about to say Monday Night Wars. I mean, shit, they invaded the whole show. DX went through with their tractor.
It seems like the right thing to do, but when you're on the other side and you're talking about, well, why can't the whole business flourish? How bad would that be?
Just don't make it go long, but if I can get it off, I'm gonna get it off.
Okay. All right.
Hey, where is this thing going? Oh, it's going here. Showdown. Here's our best, and let's see what happens.
Looking forward to a good night and nothing we can do to control it once it's executed.
It is a big fight atmosphere tonight inside the Performance Center.
I'm an old guy, so for you to, you have any idea as young as you are to know what I did.
No, man, you're the ultimate performer.
Nothing better to hear.
We didn't know we needed.
Yeah, exactly. You never know.
Sean just is too.
That's awesome. There are matchups there that people can talk about or think about or dream about that now you're able to deliver on.
It it's just awesome and amazing to see how the Hardys have continued to stay at the top of their game.
Facts. Can't forget about the Hardy Boys.
Athletes here might not have had the opportunity to work with that they can now have. Completely ignore that you're out there with one of the best tag teams in the world, all right? Show them who you are, all right? Go get them. Go get them, boys. Go do it. Yeah.
Tag team titles versus tag team titles. Winner take all. Jeff Hardy.
Jeff Hardy. I kind of forgot the Hardy Boys were to NXT Tag Champs for a minute.
Such an honor to be here with him kind of running the show and thanking us for being here. I mean, it's unreal, man.
Everything you guys pass on, if they're good boys, they don't get the opportunity to be in there with people that are this much better than them.
It's so amazing to come and see Shawn in this environment, to be a teacher.
Who would have thought we'd be getting a Matt Hardy in a WWE documentary? I don't know. We could be possibly seeing the Hardy Boys this weekend in some aspects.
I still find myself getting caught up in the show. He's grabbed my hands a few times and started a prayer, and I was like, yes, count me on. Let's pray. Here we go. Let's go. Holy shit. When he sees the highs, he shares the highs with the family. Holy shit, dude. That was good. Hey, you happy with that? That was freaking good. You okay? I'm okay.
Oh yeah, man. It's high step.
Those are the nights you sleep the soundest. That's what you work the other 6 days of the week for. To have that show that goes off really well. Everything clicks. It all works. A TNA NXT showdown that's 5, 10, 15 years ago, nobody thought would happen. And we made it all happen here in NXT. That turned out really good. Hell of a night.
He said, "Let me see if I can hug HBK."
Thank you very much. All right, I get it. I see you aim to the camera. Good boy. Those of us that have been doing this for a really, really, really long time appreciate all the hard work and effort that goes into this job. Thank you, man.
Exactly.
Appreciate it. Thank you. Sometimes we didn't have people telling us, and we just want to make sure that we're at least a generation that acknowledges this generation's hard work and hopes that they'll do it the next. Thank you guys very much. Thank you. Good job, man.
Great job, ladies.
Hey, thank y'all very much for a long night. Thank y'all very much. Appreciate it. Thank y'all. Overall, it's a fantastic show. Everything we do here at the Performance Center is about trying to make Raw and SmackDown stronger for the future. And I think we're doing a hell of a job. And I think it speaks well all these unbelievable athletes coming through here.
Unbelievable. So we got 75 people here watching with us. I want to say thank you to you guys starting here. You WrestleMania week here with your boy Tino. We'll be back here for a Southside Boys episode in an hour. And I almost said WrestleMania and SmackDown. Raw tonight is Monday. I forgot.
But he doesn't because he loves it. If
Here
you
we
were
are.
to ask in 1995, where's Shawn Michaels going to be in 35 years or whatever? You say, hopefully teaching the future.
Wrapping up on them like this at 7 or 8.
I think he values the interactions, the real life stuff behind everything.
Hell yeah. Shawn Michaels is a goat.
Make a difference in people's lives.
He's all about stupid. Awesome. Love it. Yes.
Everybody that I've had relationships with back then, they're all mended now. Stuff that you worried about 20 years ago. Exactly. I think he's changed a lot. He's matured. He's a different guy.
I love telling people about my dad. My dad deserves to acknowledged as one of the greatest, because he is.
Great kid, Shawn Michaels is running wild on you.
Moved the business forward. That's why he became one of the greatest of all time.
For a quarter of a century, Shawn Michaels has entertained the WWE Universe.
To see the passion that he had as a performer, and I think leading these new generations of talent coming up, and that'll be his biggest contribution to wrestling.
I don't like to grow up. I tried to stay a child majority of my life, and I've had the
He said, "I've tried."
doing that. There are two things in this life that I care about, and that is my wife and children, and WWE. If I can leave them both better off, I'll rest easier in eternity.
There you go. Shawn Michaels. The Heartbreak Kid. Since taking over NXT, Shawn Michaels has helped over 40 superstars reach the main roster. That's kind of an insane stat.
Congratulations, man. All right, like I told you a couple weeks ago, that number doesn't change. So, is there? You know what I mean? Anything? Is there? I appreciate you.
I love it. Siobhan Evans, Trick Williams, Obafemi, and more, all also competing at WrestleMania this year. Love to see it. It's just so cool. Now we get the picture with the kids and all of that. But, guys, that was the Shawn Michaels documentary. And now, WrestleMania week is here and in full effect. We'll be back here tonight for Monday Night Raw for all you wrestling fans. We'll be back here in an hour for you Southside boys and baseball fans. Come and hang out as we talk some baseball with Deech and Justin. And then, as I said, we'll be back here tonight for Monday Night Raw. But before you go, make sure you follow all the social medias. You go and hit that like button, subscribe, turn that notification button on. Go check out the Main Event Network, the Southside Boys, the OTM guys, Tino's Time everywhere. And I will see you guys either today, later on for the Southside Boys, or tonight for Monday Night Raw.